Hello. So I was just thinking about sometimes when I get anxiety with the kids, like if they are not listening to me, or like if they made a big mess, or if they're fighting with each other, and I kind of feel the anxiety start to build up, and it's kind of like sorry, my neighbor just made like a really loud noise. Our natural reaction to that is to, when our kids are behaving like that, is to become upset that they're not listening, or that they've like made a big mess, or that they're fighting with each other. And so, and then being inside the house all of the time right now just is adding to all of that. But excuse me, sorry about that, I had to cough. So anyway, I got to thinking about when I used to be a nanny for a family when I was in my 20s, my early 20s, and they had kids that are the same age as my kids right now. They were 2 and 4 at the time, and they were normal kids, and they didn't always listen, and they would do stuff that every single kid does, and just the nature of a child. So I was thinking about, I think back to those years. I was a nanny for them for I think 2 or 3 years, but I think back to those days and how I handled different situations, having children of my own now. And, I feel like it's a little different because back then, I was only with the kids for a certain amount of hours in the day. And, they had their parents kind of that they had to answer to no matter what. So it's not the same as having kids, but I do look back to those days and I try and remember, how I handled different situations and things like that, just to try and help with my own children now. But my point is that I think something that could help is what I've done recently is, I never remember feeling like the kind of stress that I feel now as a mom when I was a nanny for those kids. I never, kind of just felt it all building up inside, and, just like it was too much to handle. So what has helped me is with my own kids is if I feel like I think that things are getting like too stressful, and it's so easy to just, raise our voice at our kids and, just kind of let that heat of the moment get the best of us. And so one thing that has helped me to not become so upset is to sort of act like they're not my kids in a way, as if, there's a nanny cam watching me, or if, the parent were in the other room, if they could hear me talking to the kids, and how my reaction would be. If you view it from that standpoint, that, these aren't my kids and someone's watching how I'm, going to react to the situation right now, it creates a little bit more accountability for you and for how you allow yourself to react to what's happening. We're all humans. It's frustrating when, we might have just like cleaned up a big, huge mess, and then all of a sudden we turn around and our kids have made another giant mess, or, you've already told them to stop fighting with each other and they keep fighting. So, that, it can get to you after a certain amount of time. And so it's easy to just, shout from the other room, I told you guys stop fighting, or, put in whatever scenario you want where you feel like you are just, at level 10 and you just can't take it anymore. So my tip is to just handle those situations as if they're not your kids, like they're somebody else's kids that you're babysitting. And, just Mary Poppins it, just really try to put on a different hat, if you will, and look at the situation, from a different perspective. In those situations, I've found that it's helped to, not let the anxiety and the feeling of just being really upset and frustrated get the best of me. So I hope that that little tip helps you, just look at them like they're not your kids. And maybe, even talk to them like that too. Like, oh, you're not behaving like a very good boy or girl. I can't believe your mommy lets you act like that. Whatever. Put whatever example you want in there. That was a little bit silly, but anyway, just try and go at it from that angle, and hopefully that will help just kind of keep things cooler. Maybe that works for you, maybe it doesn't, but I think that having a little bit of an accountability factor will just help you as well deal with the anxiety and just the feeling of just, this is too much, I can't take it anymore. So I hope that helps. All right, until the next video, bye.